Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Guys, today we'll see what are Lambda destinations. Guys, Lambda can run in two ways, synchronous and asynchronous. In synchronous execution, the user immediately gets a Lambda response. But in asynchronous execution, you don't get that response directly. So how do you know whether the function succeeded or failed? That's where Lambda destinations comes in. In this video, I'll show you how success and failure flow works using a live demo. So guys, first we'll create two SQS. One SQS will contain success messages and one will contain failed messages. And then we'll create Lambda and then we'll attach both these SQS in the Lambda destinations. So let's go to AWS console. So guys, first we'll create SQS, create a queue, provide the queue name, dev by Shashank Lambda destination success SQS, and just leave all the configuration as it is and create the queue. Now guys, we'll create one more queue for failed messages. Create a queue, provide the queue name, dev by Shashank Lambda destinations failure SQS, and just leave all the configuration as it is and create the queue. So guys, our both the queues are ready. Now let's create a Lambda function. Create a function, provide the function name, dev by Shashank Lambda destinations Lambda. In the runtime, we'll select Python 3.14 and create the function. So guys, our Lambda function has been created. Let's go to the code section. I'll maximize it. So guys, here we'll write a very simple code. Will raise an exception error in case of failure status, else it will return success. Okay, so here I'll write if event.get status equals to failed. In case of failed status, will return forced exception, and else it will return success. Lambda executed successfully. Okay guys, so guys, here we have created two scenarios. One scenario is in the event object, if the status value is failed, it will return an exception. So this is for failed scenario. And else, if the status value is something different, then in that case, it will return Lambda executed successfully. Okay, so it's a success scenario. Now let's deploy this code. So our code has been deployed successfully. Now guys, we'll scroll up. Here if you see, add destinations. Okay, so here we have to attach both our SQS. So let's click on it. Here in the source, we'll select asynchronous invocation because we are going to trigger this Lambda asynchronously. Now inside condition, we have two things, on failure and on success. So first let's add for on failure. Now here we have to select the destination type. So here we can add these five things, SNS, SQS, Lambda function, EventBridge, event bus, and S3 bucket. So for now we are going with SQS queue. Let's select this. And here we'll select our failed SQS that we have created. So the SQS is dev by Shashank Lambda destinations failure SQS. Okay. And now guys, in the permission section, just make sure this checkbox is enabled because to send the message to SQS, it needs a send SQS message permission, correct? So just make sure this checkbox is enabled. Now let's save it. Now we'll add one more destination. And this time the condition will be on success and destination type will be SQS queue. And here we'll select our success SQS that we created. Dev by Shashank Lambda destination success SQS. And inside this permissions, just make sure this checkbox is enabled and save the changes. So guys, our both the destinations have been added successfully. Now guys, let's see one more thing. We'll go into this permissions and here if you see, this is the resource summary. Now just refresh it. So guys, what is this resource summary? It shows all the permissions that are there inside this IAM role. Okay. So here let's click on this drop down. So guys, here if you see, we have permissions for two resources. One is CloudWatch logs that Lambda by default adds when we create the Lambda, and second is SQS. So let's select this SQS. And guys, here if you see, so these are the SQS that we just added in the Lambda destinations. Okay, for success and failure scenarios. And these are the actions for which it has added that permission: SQS send message and SQS send message. So guys, these small things are very important because it helps in debugging. Now let's execute this Lambda code. We'll go into this code section. Let's maximize it. And here we'll create a new test event. Provide the event name. Test async success. And guys, here you just make sure the invocation type is asynchronous, because for synchronous, this doesn't work. And here in the event, let's provide a JSON object. So here the key will be status. And here in the value, we can put anything other than this field. Okay. So let's write success here and save the event. And now we'll invoke it. So guys, if you see here, the output is async invocation sent successfully. As this is the async invocation, so here it is not showing the response. Now let's create one more event. This will be for failure scenario. And here also we'll select asynchronous. And this time the value of this status key will be failed. This one. Now just save the changes and invoke it. So guys, this time also the output is async invocation sent successfully. So guys, what will happen in the failed scenario? It will send the message to failed SQS, and in the success scenario, it will send the message to success SQS. Okay. So let's go to that SQS. So guys, this is the success SQS. Okay. Let's reload this page. So guys, if you see here, messages available is 1 here. Now let's see how this message looks like. So we'll click on the send and receive messages, and here we'll poll for messages. So we have this message here. Let's open it. So guys, this is the message that we have received. Let's copy it and let's see it in JSON viewer. So guys, if you see here, the main fields are timestamp, request context from where this message has come. So here it is showing the AWS request ID, the function ARN, and the condition is success. Okay, and invocation count is 1. So guys, this is the request payload that Lambda has received for this invocation. Okay, so we passed state as a success only, and this is the response payload that Lambda generated. Lambda executed successfully. So guys, this is the same message that we put in the Lambda function. Now let's see the failed SQS. Here, let's reload this page. So guys, here also we have one message. Let's see this message. We'll poll for it. So here we have this message. Now let's copy this body and paste it in JSON viewer. Now guys, if you see here, in the request context, the condition is retry is exhausted, because this is a failed scenario. So guys, Lambda tried it multiple times. So that's why here approximate invoke count is 3. In success scenario, it was 1. This is the payload that we pass to the Lambda. The status is failed. This is the response context. And this is the main thing, response payload, what Lambda has returned. So guys, there we have raised a forced failure. So this is the exact error message that we have configured in Lambda. So here it is showing the exception details. So guys, this is how Lambda destination work. So guys, whenever we trigger our Lambda asynchronously, like EventBridge does, so in that case, if we want to know the status of the Lambda, or if we want to get notified automatically what's the status of that Lambda, we can configure Lambda destinations. So guys, generally for success scenarios, we don't add the Lambda destinations. For failure, we do. There, we generally add SQS so that we can retry those messages again, and we can even integrate SNS as well. So using SNS, we can get the alerts on email. Okay guys, so this is how Lambda destinations work. I hope this topic is clear to you. If yes, please put a thumbs up in the comment box. So thank you guys for watching this video. In the next video, we'll see AWS step functions. And guys, if you like this video, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. And if you have any doubt, just put it in the comment box.